Hey guys, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is the Saturday check-in, and I believe today is June 5th, and as you can see, I'm not in my house. I'm actually out and about doing a little walk, and I came to one of my favorite places. It has this beautiful creek running through it, and in late August, this thing will be filled with salmon returning to the mountains to spawn. And so I thought I would just do the video from here today, and I was going to do a live video, but the channel doesn't meet the requirements because of uh, lack in membership or whatever, so gotta get those numbers up so I could do like live videos from places like this, because I think it would be really amazing. I have some great places to show you guys. But anywho, not a lot really happening this week. I went to a doctor's appointment for my shoulder. They were going to do a cortisone injection, and I asked the doctor, I'm like, what about chiropractic? The last time that we did the injection, it didn't even feel like anything happened. And he's like, oh, well, I can refer you to a chiropractor or whatever. And then he told me about this one that I used to go to, and I said, I don't really care to go to him. I will if I absolutely have to, but I think that he's discriminating against heavy-set people, and he only does the very bare minimum adjustments. So, unfortunately, until I can find a chiropractor who will actually take my insurances, I'm just going to have to deal with the pain and the suffering in the shoulder that I have going on. So I think that's going to be Monday's task, is finding a chiropractor who will work on fluffy people. Um, but yeah, this little area that I come to, this is like my little church. This is my sanctuary. Like, these trees have heard good, bad, and everything in between. Like, whenever I'm feeling sad or missing my grandma or my dad or just feeling depressed and lonely, I come here and I meditate. And so when you hear me talking about going out into the woods and meditating, this is where I come. Other times it's a deeper, thicker forest outside of an old military base that's been decommissioned. And I'll go there because it has like so many little offshoots and twists and turns and whatever that usually for the hour that I'm there meditating, no one comes by. Here, this is attached to like a little park, and so there could be somebody walking by like any minute, or you might see someone up in the background. But, it is what it is. It's a fun place. Something else that I've started doing this week is every morning I wake up and I write an affirmation of positivity and trying to inspire hope in others. And I found that that really sets a completely different precedence for my entire day. And I've had a lot of people like posting comments like, oh my God, thank you, Michael. I never thought of it that way, or this is exactly what I needed to hear right now, and stuff like that. And so I think it's just a good way to start your day. Just wake up being thankful and grateful for whatever you have, not sad and depressed for what you don't have or what you have yet to achieve. Every step is a step in the right direction, people. And we get so bogged down with trying to keep up with the Johnsons that it's not even feasible a lot of times. And so we look at people like Khloe Kardashian, or we look at, like, pick a person who's an influencer or whatever you want to call them, and we just like, oh God, I want to be like them. I want to be like this person. I want to be like Kylie Jenner. I want to be like whoever. And it's like, people, why not be like you? Yeah, all that stuff is great, but you, in in some circumstances, you have to kind of sell your soul to get that. And you're closer to being homeless than you are ever to being the next Kim or Khloe or Kylie or, you know, insert big name person here. And it's sad, and I'm not discouraging you, and I'm not telling you to run and follow your dreams. I'm just telling you, be realistic. That was in their stars. What would make you happy? Because the fame, the glitz, the glamour, the money, sure, it'll make you happy for a little while, but then when you no longer want the glitz and the glamour and the fame, it's always there. Like look at those people. They can't even sneeze without somebody writing an expose on them like, "Oh, Kanye West sneezed, he has coronavirus," or, anything. Your whole life is under a microscope. This is the microscope I want to be under. Sure, it might not be all that glamorous. Sure, it might not have the fame and the wealth and that lasting legacy that you did something, but you know how many trees these people have seen come and go? You know how many animals they've watched come and go? The ebb and flow of the tide of the stream? Like, that's a lasting legacy, but we take it for granted. You walk out into your yard and you see the trees in the distance and whatever else. You take that for granted. And that's something that we got to stop doing, is just taking the mundane for granted, because there's magic in the mundane. And when you start shifting your focus and looking at the positive inside of the negative, you then see that you are actually truly blessed. Yeah, you might not have the newest game station or the newest car or the best clothes, but your worst day is somebody's best day. And, coming from Southern California, being all wrapped up in the California lifestyle and stuff like that, I know what it's like to be a tag chaser where you gotta wear Sean John and FUBU and Rocawear and South Pole and all that other stuff. And I used to have all of that. And I still wasn't happy. I was just a flashier, fat, sad person. I mean, this is a JCPenney t-shirt that my mom got me for a birthday a few years ago. The shorts that I'm wearing right now, these are from Walmart. They were $6. The shoes that I'm wearing are Skechers that my mom got me for Christmas one year. Like, my keychain, this is the HRC Equality keychain that I purchased a couple of years ago to show my support and solidarity of the LGBTQ people and their community. My walking stick, it's nothing special. It's just a stick that I found, that I carved, rubbed some wood filler into it, and then polished it with candle wax and added a couple of crafting feathers and a rock that I've had for 2 days short of a century. But to me, it's priceless. This earbud here, it's the Motorola H500. They don't even make the Motorola H500 anymore. It came out in the early 2000s. You know what? I've had it since the early 2000s. Well, not this exact one, but I've had 6 like this one. This one here, I bought secondhand on Mercari for $20. It still works. It's awesome. It looks just like all my others. And, I keep my earbud in almost 24 hours a day. Like, to the point where it's like another piercing. It's an attachment. I feel naked without it. And I was feeling behind my ear last night, and there's actually a groove from that thing in the back of my ear where this sits and, like, kind of clicks in. People have made comments about me being 7 of 9 and like cyborg and all this other stuff. And when I've gone to the bar and things like that, younger dudes are like, "Oh, are you playing Call of Duty?" I'm like, no, what's that?" Like literally at the time, I had no idea what the hell Call of Duty was. I didn't realize that it was a video game or whatever. Because I look like I'm a a gamer or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm a nerd, not a gamer. There's a difference. Um, so all these things, do they make who I am? No, they're accessories, but they're still invaluable to me. Are priceless, not invaluable. They're priceless to me because they're things that I have worked for. They're just little things that make me happy. If I have this in my ear, that means I'm constantly connected to my phone, which means that I'm constantly connected to my loved ones. And yeah, every once in a while I have to take it out and just disconnect and walk away because it is too much. But at the same time, I enjoy it. So find your joy, find your happiness, do something for you. And that's going to be the theme of all these videos that for the foreseeable future. What are you going to do for you and only you? What are you doing for you and only you this weekend? Do something special. If you are constantly going for a bike ride, then change it up. Go somewhere new this weekend. If you are just playing video games all the time, how about putting the video game down and spending 20 minutes outside? Not mowing the yard, not doing anything, just sit outside, no music, no nothing, just you and some water or some iced tea or something like that, and just listen to what's going on around you. If you live in an urban city, I mean, try to focus it out and blend all the noises together and see if you can hear the symphony of the modern world playing. Don't focus on the people fighting. Don't focus on the people yelling. Don't focus on the kids laughing, screaming, or crying. Just try to, close your eyes and connect with everything around you. Every blade of grass, every pebble, the whole 9 yards. And if a thought comes to mind, push it aside and just continuously, listen. You don't have to hum, you don't have to do anything, but just listen. And as a thought comes into your head, gently push it aside and focus right back on the middle of your forehead right here. Or like sometimes people will see colors when your eyes are closed. So if you were seeing a dark blackish blue color, try to focus on the dark blackish blue color. Or maybe it's white, red, green, blue, whatever. At least for me, those are the colors I see when I close my eyes sometimes. And then I just focus on that, and that's how I meditate. And I just listen to the whole of everything that's going on around me. Each little bird song, each crickle in the creek, everything. I don't know if that's what you call it, crickles in the creek, but that was the first word that came to my mind. So, but yeah. So do something good for you guys. Or, you know what? Do something awesome for someone else. You know, but definitely take some time and do something for you. But that's the other aspect of this today. Do something good for someone else. If you're at the store and you see that somebody might be struggling to pick something up, you know, reach into your pocket, offer them the extra $5 or $10 so that it could go toward their bill or whatever. Grab $5 of gas for someone. Yeah, it might take away from you right now, but it's going to reward you, and you're going to feel richer for being able to have done something for someone. So, yeah, take all of that into consideration, guys. And I'll talk to y'all later.